Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are continuing a very old prompt that I used to do called Monsters in Moments. So about 4 years ago, I participated in a sketchbook challenge that was hosted by the Brooklyn Art Library, and I created basically an original small sketchbook to send off to them to host in their library. Unfortunately, that sketchbook was lost in a fire that they had in recent years, but it's still available on their digital library as well as my playlist here on YouTube. So if you want to check out the original prompts for this, you can go check it out here in this playlist. But long story short, in the sketchbook challenge, they have a couple of different prompts that you can pick from to fill your sketchbook with, and I did this one called Monsters in Moments. So I took that prompt and interpreted it as more of like monsters doing everyday life stuff. So we did one where like there was a Hydra golfing and like a Harpy mom taking care of her kids. It was a lot of like fun little prompts like that. And I kind of wanted to continue those prompts and do more of them because I had a lot of fun with them. And I think it's a really good exercise in like character design and development. So I thought we could do it again here on the channel. So for this month, I did a call over on Instagram for a couple of different prompts, and I decided to pick some that kind of fit with the holiday theme of December. I wanted to do some different prompts that were like nice and cozy, kind of like, you know, staying indoors outside from the snow, even though I don't get snow here in Arizona, but you get what I mean. Just some nice prompts that match like the nice holiday spirit, and so that's what we're going to be working on today. I'm going to do 3 different prompt ideas that you guys submitted, so let's jump into the first one. So the first one was from Key Mint, which was a Naga sewing, crocheting, knitting, etc. So let's jump in and get that one started. So I am so excited to finally start these again. I thought I'd kick these off with basically going back to traditional art with these to start. I think I'll jump between the two. I don't think these will exclusively be traditional or exclusively digital, but I'm like, let's just go back and start with traditional since that's where the book started many years ago. I can't believe it's already been 4 years. It's so crazy. Like I felt like I just did that challenge, but it was all the way back in 2020. Can't believe it. So yeah, today for the Naga doing sewing or knitting or different things, I thought it'd be really cute to have the tail be almost like the tabletop for the Naga to work off of, both to like rest his arms and the ball of yarn to work with. I don't know. I just thought it'd be really fun and cute that way. And I wanted to show as much of like the tail body part as possible, like the snake tail, just to really convey that this is a Naga instead of maybe just like a person sitting there. I just had to make sure that was seen. And then in my sketches too, I thought it'd be cute to show like another project that maybe this Naga just finished of having like a sewn glove on the end of his tail. I just thought it would be really cute to use that. It felt really good to get back into traditional art with this one as well, because I haven't really done a lot recently. I've been working a lot digitally, both with my comic and then making stuff for the channel. So it's been really nice to get back into traditional work. I was thinking about doing a sketchbook this year and trying to fill it throughout the year, maybe with like the Monsters and Moments or like some other type of prompt would be really fun to fill the whole book with. I don't know. So like if you have some ideas of maybe something fun that I could fill like an entire sketchbook with, let me know in the comments, because like I'm going back and forth. I could do stuff from my comic series for Fox Among Hounds. I could do more like Monsters and Moments. I could do like monsters. I probably should avoid another dragon series just because now I've done like 2 back-to-back. We had like Smaugust and then we had the 100 Dragon Challenge that we finally finished up. So I don't know. I love dragons and I probably could draw a million more, but I'm curious what you guys think. So then from here, I did a couple of like color ideas because like I said earlier, I wanted these to be like holiday themed. I think these ones will be kind of more Christmassy for this video. So I wanted to have like those reds and greens, and I knew the snake body I wanted to be in the green tones, but I was going back and forth on like how bright of a green, like would it be like tree viper? I think they're vipers. My brain is short circuiting, but you know, the really fluorescent green color or more of like an earthy green. So I was like, I for sure need to make the sweater red. So we have the nice red color for the holiday. And then I was like, oh, whatever he's knitting could be in that kind of brighter tree green tone. And so I started with that before getting into the tail, so then I could establish the colors I for sure wanted before going any further, because I knew the tail was going to take up the biggest amount on the color palette and just this colored piece in general. So I was like, I'm gonna finish the colors I for sure want there first. And so I ended up picking like a yellow with greens and like brownish reds. And that ended up working really well. I kind of based it off of a combination of like my boa constrictor plus like a couple of different snakes that I Googled. And I'm like, this works really well. I think this pattern will be really nice for this Naga character. And then with the green and the red within the tail, I think that also tied it in with the sweater and what they're knitting. Like, I think it works really well. And I thought this one turned out super cute. I love it. And like now I want a freshly knitted sweater from this Naga. I think that would be great. And then would a Naga sweater for the bottom half just be a long toeless sock? Things to think about. And then next up from Obsidian, we have Werewolf Skating. And so this one I wanted to do for sure like an ice skating werewolf. I thought that would be perfect, especially for this time of year. I assumed like skating could either be ice skating or maybe more of like roller skating. So I ended up going with ice skating just to fit our like more Christmassy theme. So getting into these sketches in this beginning phase, I wanted it to look like the werewolf was skating like towards the viewer, and I wanted it to be very like carefree and like fun and playful and airy with the pose, but I really, really struggled with the pose. I wanted this to be kind of like a taller, thinner werewolf, and I just was struggling. So you saw right there for a quick second pop up, I had like a little thumbnail doodle of the pose just because I could not fit it in the page space no matter what I did. I had to re-erase the pose and redraw it over and over to really get it to fit onto this little bit of my marker card. And I'm glad that I redrew it so many times, but even now I'm like, man, there's still some things that I don't know. I think I could have drawn a little better. I think this one still turned out really cute and it was really fun, but it's hard with traditional art because with digital art, it's so much easier to manipulate proportions and move things around compared to traditional art. And so this one, I think, could have benefited from having the ability to scale and move some things like in digital art. I still think it's cute and I still really enjoyed doing this one, but yeah, I think it could have benefited from that just a little bit. And then for the outfit for this werewolf, it was actually kind of fun because I looked up some ice skating posing pictures for starting this one, and it brought up some old photography from like, I assume the 50s. It kind of looked like, I don't know, 1950s, 40s, somewhere in that range of kind of like the older, I guess, dress of that time. And it looked like it was like in a New York skating rink area, or like not a skating rink, but an iced over lake. And I really liked that outfit for the person that was in the skating photo. So I kept that outfit up and I ended up putting it on our werewolf here. And it was like, I don't know, I guess you could call it preppy nowadays. It was like straight pleated pants that were kind of a little bit bigger and baggier. And then they had like a nice corduroy, I guess, sweater. And then you could see a little bit of like the white undershirt at the bottom. And I thought it was just a really cute outfit. So I'm like, I'm going to use that. And then unintentionally, I made the scarf red for the werewolf. So part of me is like, is the werewolf friends with our Naga on the left? Like, did the Naga knit that scarf for our werewolf? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cute and not on purpose. I was just like, oh, I want to make the sweater green. And then I still want the green and red theme. So I went with a red scarf, and I'm like, oh, that'd be like the perfect little knitting present from the Naga. It'd be so cute. And then from there, with like the final coloring, I wanted to add a little bit of a background to show that this was like an ice skating zone, like an ice skating lake. So I went a little bit further with this one than I do with my other ones, and I added some trees and a little bit of like snow in the background. And this part was actually kind of hard with the markers. I don't really paint ice that frequently. And I think I made it a little bit too blue to convey like the shininess of ice. So that was the one thing that I was a little disappointed with the coloring. But I think it still turned out pretty well. I might edit it in post before putting it on like a card or anything, but I think it was still pretty cute. So even though this one was pretty challenging, I still really like how our skating werewolf turned out. And so for our final one, we have from Megan, a goblin drinking tea. So this one just sounded like so perfect and cozy. I was like, this is going to be awesome. It matches our theme so well. And this one, I was out and about and I didn't have the ability to record this in a traditional sense. So I ended up doing this one digitally on the iPad. And so that's why I was saying, like, I might jump between doing these digitally and traditionally, just depending on the circumstances of where I am and when I can record. But either way, I wanted to do, like, again, a very nice, cozy, comfy, holiday themed drawing. So I thought this goblin could have kind of like a, is it called a dressing gown? No, it's like a, so wait, no, I was right. It is called a dressing gown. That's what I was thinking of. But it's also called a bathrobe. But dressing gown is the fancy word. I just couldn't think of the bathrobe word. Anyway, I thought that this goblin could be relaxing in like a comfy, nice bathrobe, got some nice fuzzy slippers on with their cat on their lap. I just thought it would be so cute and perfect. Just because like either you have your nice cup of tea with a nice book, maybe a fire going nearby, or like you can have a show going on while snuggling your pet with your warm cup of tea. I think there could be so many options for this one, but I thought this would be perfect to incorporate a nice little cozy pet and then challenge myself to do furniture because I don't draw furniture that often and I want to get better at it. And I thought the armchair turned out really cute. I was a little intimidated at first by it, but after I got started, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I love it. So I struggled with the colors here and there at first for like the bathrobe. I knew what I wanted to do with the beanie and the like main colors from that. But I was going back and forth on if I have a red bathrobe to match more of the holiday spirit. So having it in those reds and greens, but then I wanted the chair to be red. So it was a little bit of a struggle. So I ended up going with this more like deep blue. I guess it's not super deep blue, but more of like a turquoisey blue. And I like it a lot. I think it looks really good with the combo of like the green or the green skin with the red chair and this blue dressing gown. I think is really fun. And I just love this one. I kind of want to be there just snuggled up with my dogs, having a cup of tea and relaxing near a fireplace or something. So this one was really fun to draw. I had a blast. And like I said, there's like pros and cons to doing these digitally versus traditionally. Like traditionally, I think they print really nicely and they look really nice on like a greeting card. And then digitally, it's just so much easier to manipulate and edit this image as I went. And they go, I don't know, I think they both take about the same amount of time for me, but it was kind of fun to kind of do both. I had a good time making a few traditionally and then one digitally. So I liked doing both of them. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Do you guys like them more from the traditional sense, or would you like to see them more digitally as well? And there we have it. Here are our 3 creations for our monsters and moments. I had a lot of fun doing these character designs. I usually convert these to greeting cards, which I've been having a lot of fun doing. So let me know if you would like to see any of these as cards or maybe mini prints. I just love making these. They're just so fun to explore like character emotions and design and such. But I get to incorporate one of my favorite things, which is monsters. But either way, thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this video. I want to do a quick shout out for my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for supporting my art business and my art journey. If you guys would like to get some exclusive art sent to you in the mail, as well as some stickers and sticker sheets, we have our new mail club. The prompt this month is kind of like food-esque. So we have the peppercorn from a recent emoji mash. We have the food rendering that I did as a sticker sheet. And then I'm including the like snow cone whale as the mini sticker as well. So yeah, if you want to check that out, get some behind the scenes look at some art I'm creating and some other exclusive goodies, go check out my Patreon. But either way, thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this video. And again, subscribe, like, comment, share. Like it helps the algorithm and helps me get my small business of making art online going. And I would really appreciate your guys' support. But thanks again, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.